Stego.
Jacco.
Welcome to the recap video for week 2, Wentanoron and Otsitsia.
Okay, we'll get into it. Yeah. Can you see that okay?
Yep.
All right. Kenya, Mondo on this Adasawa.
Okay, this was the first worksheet that we went through. We kind of just stayed with the who are you and me. We kind of stayed within pronoun 1 and 2. Oh, nahoda, we went over that. That's our question as like what, and then our yazayats was our verb, and that is our like who, what do they call you, what do they call me, what do they call her. And the big thing that we recognized in the dual and the plural column is that they're the same. So if I was to ask Otsitsia, oh nahoda yazayats,
I would say Otsitsia Yungyats.
and if I was going to ask one of you what Otsitsia's name is, and I'm not talking directly to her, I'm going to use pronoun 3, and I would say oh nahoda yundagets ne agauha. And our agauha was our standalone pronoun that we used in our free pronouns that we looked at in week 1.
And then someone would reply.
And yeah,
and they could say,
yeah, the answer is in the question.
Someone would reply and they could say Otsitsia Yundagyats ne agauha. So it means Otsitsia is what they call her. That is the literal translation.
Yeah, so this is a pronoun we're going to use if you have information that I don't. I'm going to ask you on how the yundagyats. I'm just asking you what do they call her? What's her name? And you know the answer, so you're going to give me the information. Otsitsia yundagyats. But it's the same exact word that we're both using for that. And scroll down. And here's our lauha. Oh nahoda lawayats na lauha. What is his name? And all of the pronouns in the beginning are different, and then our ends is our yut with our glottal and so we have yuts, and there's length in some of them. So make sure that you really yuts. And 5 is the same also. It's just this is where we're going to talk about things that are inanimate. So we have our cat, which would be guayats, so that's your pet. If somebody wanted to ask you what your pet's name is, oh nahoda guayats. And we have length after that A also, so guayats.
Yeah, so it's meaning what is its name?
Yeah. What do you call it?
Yeah.
And that concludes our singular row. And then our dual and plural is the same. So on top here, this would be if I was asking Otsitsia and somebody standing with her. Oh nahoda yachiats. And she would use yunkiats. So I'm asking 2 people their names, and she's just going to give us, she's speaking on behalf of somebody. So she would say, oh, Otsitsia danu zoze yunkiats. And it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, it's somebody and I. So you're included. Somebody was saying these pictures are confusing, and it's just going to have to take some practice, and we're definitely going to get into some more practice with this this week for week 3. So that is with the it's blocked out in 7 and 8. That means that the speaker is not included in that. So in pronouns 7 and 12, it's just saying that, okay, we're saying these are our names, and the speaker who asked the question is not included in that. Yunkiyat. So if I wanted to introduce you to me and my daughter, I would say, and just tell you what our names are. Wandanola Deos Ndate Yunkiyats. And I'm telling you that this is me and my daughter's name. Oya. And this would be if somebody was asking Ojija what me and my daughter's name is. They're not talking directly to us. Maybe we're in the distance somewhere, and they just say, "Oh, Hoda Guadiyats." What's those two females' names? Guadiyats. So this 3, 8, and 13, this is like a narrative row. No one's being directly talked to in these rows. And this is 1 female Yundagyats, 2 Guadiyats, or 3 plus. It's going to be the same for plural also. And then for our 2 men or mixed group, we have Luadiyats. So this could be if you want to introduce your parents' names, you could say Luadiyats, or your 2 siblings, or any group of 2 people or more. You're going to use Luadiyats. And Yunkiyats is the same for Dediniase. That's what that pronoun 10 is. That's me and you. So that's a to B conversation. Nobody else is included. I'm just speaking to you, and it's just me and you there. So that's the A to B conversation. That's how I like to think about it. Me and you. Dediniase. And there was some confusion between pronoun 15 and 12. So 12 is they and I. So that's saying whoever I'm speaking about, this is our names, not all of our names, just they and I. So the speaker, whoever asked the question, is not included in here. It will make more sense when we use the word genuis, which is going to be applied. It doesn't really make much sense for the names thing. It will later when we get more familiar with it, but for right now, just know that 2, 7, and 12 is more of like an answer row. So you're saying, this is my name, this is we two, someone and I's name, and this is we all. Like, it's the speaker who asked the question is excluded in these uses of it.
Yeah, and all of these, how like a lot of them are the same. They all depend on context. Okay, so Yukiats could be someone and I. It could be all of us, but not you. It really depends on context. Same with like down here, Yunkiats, all of us. They work for each one. It just depends on who's with you, who is talking to you, who's asking you the question. So yeah. So just don't think too much into it.
Yeah, it's kind of this example, it's just a lot of them work for a lot of the pronouns, but it really gets different when we use it to the verb like, and that's kind of what we went over last week. So G just going to get into that also, and we'll play around with this more this week, and it will make some more sense when we go through some activities. I think we're going to do more breakout rooms, and it was easy to do the what's your name, what's my name, but this time we're going to get more into it with using the rest of the pronouns so that it gets a little more familiar and comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, so we're good on that.
Screen share your yeah, we'll screen share your sheet that you made, and we'll just read it through for them.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
You can go for your little paragraph in the beginning too. That was good. Go over that.
Okay. So here I'm just gonna read a little bit of what I wrote. So I have Segozo Guego, hello everybody. Before we begin, I would like to briefly explain the importance of the root word method, or RWM. Because our language is polysynthetic, our words are broken up into different parts which consist of pronominal prefixes. In the beginning of our words, the person being talked about is always described, and the verb root, the action being carried out. The root word method is a relatively new way for second language speakers to create their own thoughts and sentences efficiently. It is easier to learn how to use and manipulate prefixes and sentences of, It is easier to learn how to use and manipulate prefixes and verb roots than it is to memorize word for word. We will start by looking at the word nues, which means to like it. That nues is simply the verb root by itself. In order to make it a functioning word that can be used, we have to attach a pronominal prefix to it. Now I can say genues, I like it. Zenues, you like it. Yenues, she likes it. The only part of the word that is changing is the pronominal prefix, which again describes the who. The standalone prefixes allow us to view the amount of relationships that can be talked about in every word. Okay, so just a second here. All right, so I wanted to explain how, I'll just read these and explain how they relate to these prefixes over here. So, zenues, you like it. Zenues. So if you see this ze right here and the word ize, which means you, there is a ze that is also right here. So it does a good job at describing who is being talked about. And then we have genues, I like it. And that's describing me. So ii, like we studied in our standalone prefixes. Then we have Yanues, she likes it, and we're talking about agaunha. And I just want to mention that ye, the prefix right there, is a feminine prefix. So anytime you see that, a woman is being talked about. Then we have Lanues, he likes it, and we're talking about lauha. So if you see la is the prefix describing he, and lauha, there is la also right there. So again, you can see who's being talked about. Ganues, it likes it, and auha, and it is being talked about. Okay, and then we have zeninues, you too like it. Zeninues. So we have zeni as our prefix, and it's describing deseniasa, deseniasa. So there is zeni right there. So you too. And then we have yageninues, someone and I like it. So if you ask me, like zeninueska, and then I reply, ha, yageninues, someone and I like it. And then we have de yageniasa, and there is yageni. De yageniasa, yageninues. Then we have geninues, two females like it. And then deganiasa, so that's describing two females. So we have geni right there. All right, ninues, two males like it. Dehniasa, meaning two males or a man and a woman. Sorry, two males or a man and a woman. And then right here we have ni. So there we have it. Deninues, you and I like it. Dedeniasa, Denny is right there, describing the relationship. And then we come down to our plural row, zewanues, all of you like it. And right here you can see zewagwego is being talked about, meaning all of you. Okay, I will fix that after. I thought I fixed this. Okay, and then we have Yaguanues. So they all and I like it. And that is describing Yaguaguego. So they all and I. Yagua, Yagua. All right. So all of them and I, excluding you. Like if you had asked me, I'm talking about myself and on behalf of others. So like I'm answering for them, I guess. And then we have Gundinues describing Onuha, or like just a group of females, three or more females. Then we have Ladinues describing Lonuha. So three or more, either all men or a mixed group. Okay. And then lastly here we have Dewanues describing Dewaguego. So if you were to ask me and I'm talking about Dewaguego, you're included. So it's like me, you, and all the people here, or all the people like we're talking about in context, right? Okay. So yeah, there was some confusion between Yaguaguego and Dewaguego. So like I just had mentioned, yagwa guego, I'm talking about like I had just said, I'll just say it again really quickly. Yagwa guego, I'm talking about myself and others. Maybe I'm talking about me and all my cousins. And I'm like, hey, can't us guys come? Can't we come to the movies too or something? I don't know. Okay. And then dewa guego. It's like, I thought we're all going. Dewa guego, all of us. So it sort of depends on context and also like just who you're with. So I'll go ahead and read some of these things that I have some sentences for examples. Excuse me. Okay. So I have, okay, so the English here is written a little bit weird, but I tried to do it word for word. So I have zanuaska netigazele. So zanuas, you like it. Ga makes it a question. Zanuaska, there's the question, do you like it? Netigazele, that car. This sentence is actually, do you like that car? But I just wrote it like word for word in its exact translation. So sorry if that's confusing. Zanuaska netigazele, do you like that car? And my answer is ha, which means yes. Genues netigazele, yes, I like it. Genues, I like it. Netigazele, that car. That sounds really weird, but ne just kind of like really complements t. So those are just particles. So meaning if, and, but, things like that. Okay. Ha genues netigazele. And then down one, we're talking about her or she. Yanueska neti adewasale. Does she like those earrings? But the actual translation is, does she like it, that earrings? So Yanueska, does she like it? Ga, making it a question. Neti adewasale. That or those earrings. And then the answer, like Wandanolo had mentioned, doesn't have to flip. So it is just, ha, yanuas neti adewasale. Yes, she likes it, those earrings, or that earrings. Okay. But in plain English, yes, she likes the earrings. Okay, because that's English, but this is like extremely literal. So that's why I wrote it like that. And then down here, I have a few different examples of how you could also answer. So now we're talking about lauha. So we have la describing he, a singular, one male. Lanueska neti asale. Does he like that knife? Ha, lanues neti asale. Yes, he likes that knife. And then this is another way you could just answer more plain and simply. The question being asked is Lanueska neti asale. Lanues netiga. He likes that. Yeah, that's it. Lanues netiga. And that could even just be like a statement, like you notice your dad likes the knife and you just talking to your brother or your sibling. Lanues netiga. He likes that. Okay, and then we have the auha, so it. So I have tieha, that dog. Ganues neyunska dakwa. So that dog likes the toys. Okay, I'm sorry. Tieha ganues neyunska dakwa. Okay, and then in another way, as just a statement. Another statement, sorry. Ganuas neti. It likes that. It being like something that's alive. Okay, so now we are getting into duals. So now it is desaniasa, you two being talked about. Zeninueska neti atile. Do you two like that basket? You two, I'm talking to you two. Zaninueska neti atile. Okay, and do you two like it? Ga is our question mark. Neti, that atile basket. And the answer, we get to Deyaganiyasa. So I'm answering on behalf of Deyaganiyasa, being me and someone else. Okay, not you who's asking the question, me and someone else. So I'm gonna answer, Yagani neti atile. Yes, we too like it, that basket. Okay. And then we come down to two females. So now this is just going to be a statement. So I'm talking about two females liking something. Geninuas na oista. The two females like the money, or just in more plain English, the two women like money. Okay. Geninuas na oista. And then down on, we're talking about two males or a man and a woman. Ninuas na oista. Those two people like money. All right. And now we have, so now we're talking about dedaniasa. Sorry, I don't know if I mentioned here, this is dehniasa. So now we're down to dedaniasa, you and I. Deninuas na wadah kwaze wahe. So this is a statement. In this here, wahe is another particle. So we have deninuas, you and I like it. Ne, just like a joiner particle. Deninuas na wadah kwaze, new shoes, wahe. So it's like, you and I like shoes, huh? Or you and I like shoes, in it? It's like almost like wahe is in agreement. So deninuas na wadah kwaze wahe. You and I like new shoes, huh? Okay. Or you just pick the English you want for that wahe. So now we are down to our last row, which is plural. So now we're getting to, you can see zewa, and I'm talking to zewa guego. So all of you, maybe there's 3 of you I'm talking to. I don't know, maybe there's more, but there's at least 3. So, okay, now I'm asking a question. Zewanuaska netigatse. So do you all like that bottle? That's what you're being asked. Do you all like it? That bottle. All right. And then the answer is, okay, now I'm talking about yagwa guego. So I'm talking about myself. I'm talking on behalf of myself and others. And I'm like being the answer person. So you ask me, Zewanuaska netigatse. I'm going to answer, yagwanuas netigatse. Yeah, we all like that bottle. Okay. And now we're talking about 3 or more females. Gundinuas neti ostalogwa. Gundinuas neti ostalogwa. They females like it, that necklace. So the females like that necklace. And then we have Ladinuas neti yawana no dakwa. They all like it, that book. Ladinuas neti yawana no dakwa. Yawana no dakwa. Okay. And lastly, we have, so now I'm talking on behalf of Dewa Guego. So I'm talking to you, or 2 of you, 3 of you, and I'm saying Dewa Nues. We all like it. And it's all about context, okay? It's not about every single pronoun. It's just about who are we talking about? Who are we included? Who's in this room? Who's in the conversation, I guess. So now we're talking about Dewa Nues Naganya Geha. We all like it, the Mohawk language. In short English, we all like the Mohawk language. Dewa Nues Naganya Geha. Okay? And that is all I have for my sheet. So was there anything else you wanted to add, Wentanoron?
No, I just wanted to point out that I really liked how you added in some extra vocab, because we kind of did that in the beginning of the week 1 also, in giving them resources, because we like to plug in some more words and just we'll give you as much as you'll take. So I like that you added in a lot of, I think the sentences really help. And I know that Karen mentioned that too. So I really like that we got into using other words and vocabulary building with particles as well, with T and giga, like little things like that, and wahe, like, you know what I mean? Little things like that really come, they add that little zhuzh to everything. I really like it. Yeah. And also, I wanted to mention that her sheet, once she adds in the rest of the translation in English, it will be on the Google Drive. And yeah, so we'll upload this to the Google Drive as well as the YouTube channel. We'll hand out this sheet that she's created, and then in week 3 we're gonna be looking at more into Genuis as well, and just kind of recap on that. And then we'll also be doing Jungyats with some examples and some exercises with probably some breakout rooms. And happy Mother's Day, and we apologize for this video being a little late between our schedules and technology and stuff like that. But yeah, this was the end of week 2. It's going by super fast, and we're excited to see you guys Tuesday and Thursday. And I think that was it.
Hawginyo, ona.
Ready, Anna?